Okay, so gonna hop into the game here. Provided to us on reddit.com/r/Dota2castit by Capuchan. It says it's about an hour and 25 minutes long, lots of back and forth, diebacks, and Tinker casually suiciding to a bloodstone. So here's looking forward to that. Now, see that it's all picks, so we're not going to have completely intense drafting phase, maybe a little bit of back and forth. But we're just going to wait here until get into it. My name in Dota is Mithos, my first time casting outside of a tournament, so we'll see how it goes. First time casting by myself. Interesting. So, oops, well, I failed. Wanted to exit the little toolbox there rather than the entire replay.
Tinker!
Forward to the draft. See a Tinker and a Quap pick first, so those are clearly going to be the two mid heroes. Probably some of the strongest mids. Clockwork, my guess is going to be offlane, although it could be anything.
Phantom
Lancer, not something we've seen a lot as much in this more recent meta. Kind of traditional carry role. Doom will take the jungle, and then Jakiro support. Clockwork offlane, if I haven't said that. The other team will counter with. We'll get a little bit of a pause here while they pick. Counter with a Mirana and an Ogre Mage. Mirana is not one of my favorites. She is fairly versatile. She could go mid, she could go offlane. Not unheard of that Mirana's played as a support. Although it's really dangerous because she needs early farm in order to be that much useful. Arrow is a good spell. You need something to combo with it. Slark, so most likely, well, another versatile hero could go in any lane. Although now that they've picked up the Lina support, I'm expecting their Slark to go offlane. Looks like where he's going, and then Mirana will follow top. More pauses. Here we go. It's like some kind of normal lanes, just as expected. Clockwork offlane for the Radiant, Queen of Pain middle, Phantom Lancer and Jakiro bottom, and Doom will take the jungle. Over on the Dire.
30 seconds to battle.
Camera moving around myself. We have the Slark going offlane, Ogre Mage swinging by to give him a ward, or come with him, I guess. He'll do the warding himself. And then Lina and Mirana going top. They do have two couriers, which is unusual, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there, or we'll see if it's intentional. Radiant only
the battle
have
begins.
one, which is fairly normal. So we'll hear the bell, see Ogre Mage and Slark roaming around here. They're going to hope to catch out this hero. May succeed, although he has a haste rune, and the gank is scouted out by Doom, so he's able to get safely around. They will get the ward placed. Don't see any sentries coming out, so that'll stay there for a while. But a little bit of back and forth, no real engagement. Oh, there you go, here's the pounce. Arrow coming in from Mirana, hits the Doom. An Ogre Mage will come in and follow with a stun, and we have our first blood thanks to the nice decision by Mirana. Interesting, up top, we have a solo Lina, which is not something you usually expect, although it can be good to get her that fast Lacuna Blade, that fast 450 damage, but 450 times 0.25 base magic resistance for most heroes. Still a very potent ganking tool the earlier you can get it. Back down to bottom, you know, Phantom Lancer is being fairly well zoned out by this Ogre Mage. Slark, having taken Pounce first, won't have his Essence shift yet, but still Phantom Lancer knows that as squishy as he is, he's not getting in until these creeps push a little bit farther. Jakiro will try to pull, and he's being successful. Lane Equilibrium is coming under their tower, but that also does make it more difficult. Mirana waiting in the wings, wants to throw another arrow. Don't think she'll get the opportunity yet. Doom's jungle is going about as well as can be expected. He's level 2, just heading over to a different camp. Mid, well, looks like I missed a kill. Mirana is down some mana, so likely she gets the arrow, followed up with a pounce that's on cooldown, fire blast, ignite. The Spirit Lance and Liquid Fire will come out, doing a little bit of harass damage to Slark. Oh, going in again. Spirit Lance attacks him. He will be able to pounce to safety. And flip the other two. Jakira will make it out safely. Rotation from Doom. He'll be forced back by the Ogre Mage. He'll follow a little bit more, but won't pursue that much behind the tower. In the meantime, Tinker is getting the invisibility rune, and he'll walk back mid. Queen of Pain only has a Null Talisman and 2 Iron Branches, which is fairly standard. I'll expect she picks up a bottle here. There it goes. There's her bottle, and it'll be coming out on the courier, which has, well, can't be upgraded till 3 minutes, so that's good. Lena died top to Clockwork, not too unexpected. Battery Assault level 2, 35 damage per tick, and Lena is pretty squishy. Surprised that I haven't brought anyone else back up here. She's getting experience, but as fast as she's getting level 6, Clockwork is getting level 6 faster. And his hook shot probably going to cause some trouble for Tinker trying to do his split push if he gets his boots of travel up. But that is, in fact, still quite a ways off from all he's got in the bottle right now, taking some dagger or Shadow Strike harass from Queen of Pain. Mirana smoked up, fired the arrow, and misses, hits the ranged creep, which will would bring back the push a little bit, because the ranged creep does the majority of the damage, but the tower doesn't care and it'll take the creeps anyway. Switching back down to bottom lane, Slark and Ogre Mage are sitting in the experience range, hoping to screw up Doom's jungle a little
Dire's
bit,
middle
and it
tower
seems to
is
be
under
working. He's
attack.
only level 2, while they're both level 3. We've got a gank attempt coming. Slark's pounces off cooldown, so they will likely get this kill, although Ogre Mage is out of mana, and there it is. Queen of Pain tries to rotate in, but it's too late. Mirana went back top. She's looking for another arrow. She's got enough mana. Nina will be able to follow up with a Light Strike Array, although Clockwork senses it and Phase Boots already. He heads back into safety. I wonder if he saw that rotation with this ward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mid, again, some back and forth. Tinker has boots, so that much closer to his boots of travel. Still, I don't know, around 2,000 away.
likes of you.
Queen of Pain has her bottle and not much more. I'll expect some boots next, but that remains to be seen. One of the couriers comes and brings down some items to bottom lane where they camping underneath the tower, waiting for their lane. Phantom Lancer trying to go in for some experience and some last hits, but he doesn't dare go under that tower with the amount of lockdown Slark and Ogre Mage have. Meanwhile, Jakiro just chilling with a Sentry Ward and a Clarity. Not too much to speak of. I'm gonna guess that he goes to the mech for his team, but that will remain to be seen. Doom has picked it up a little bit. He's made level 3. Looks like by the Gloves of Haste, he's going to be picking up a Midas, so late game. Slark and Ogre Mage doing some roaming again. Looks like they're going to catch while Mirana does get ganked. She's looking for him. There's the pounce. Could get away if he goes to the 1-4, but the last Fire Blast will make sure that's not possible. Phantom Lancer still farming, picked up level 4. Jakiro picked up level 4 as well, but still doesn't have any items. Phantom Lancer is going to pick up a Bracer to make him a little bit harder to kill. He's died that once. Mirana rotates down bottom, looks like she's going to look for a gank, but Queen of Pain is here as well. Have a small pause, don't see anyone disconnected, so I don't know why. I'll guess misclick for now, but no way to know. Nice ult. He catches the Slark before he has a chance to. He's not 6 yet, so.
Swifter than ever.
Whiffs, Light Strike Array, arrow splits the wickets there, doesn't hit anybody, and it will come off a 1-0 for the Radiant. They need these kills, although 4 is not that far behind, and PL will be able to pick up the momentum later. You don't want to fall too far behind in the early game. because sometimes these carries, like PL, just never get up their health that they need to survive against burst from Lena. Looks like we have Slark going top. There's an open lane to farm. Clockwork left, and he's looking for a gank. He does not have enough. Well, he used hook, and I don't see any kills, so he won't be able to use that hook shot for another at least 30 seconds or until he gets mana. He and Mirana are both roaming top. She does, however, have mana and can look to gank with just the level 1 arrow and the level 1 leap. This is my issue with Mirana, is that arrow is really good, Starstorm can do a lot of damage, and Moonlight Shadow has great utility, but she's just not getting up these levels. She has boots, but she does 50 auto attack damage, not very fast. So she either needs to start getting a few more kills, or she's not going to come online quite as fast as some of the other heroes. Clockwork hooks, doesn't hit Tinker, but gets in close enough that you can think about a cog. Decide against it as Luna whiffs another leg and Queen of Pain blinks out. Yeah, zero sum here. A little bit of all talk, teasing going on from Tinker. Looks fairly good natured. We will have 3 more rotate into mid for the
Dire's
Dire.
bottom tower is under attack.
Doom doesn't have very much health, so he won't be looking to go in. He doesn't have his signature Doom yet. Laser taken down, and Clockwork should kill him. 1 more for Tinker. Slark, meanwhile, is free farming top. PL might as well be free farming bottom. He'll have his drums up in a few hundred.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's getting some experience and a little bit of money. He doesn't need a whole lot. I'll expect him to pick up an Ags fairly as fast as possible, making most of that multicast. And Clockwork will rotate shot, try to stop Slark, but Slark will just run away. He has used his ult, and so he won't necessarily be able to get away. But looks like Clockwork is just looking to do some cog harass and keep back. He doesn't want to go for the kill yet. Again, Mirana rotating bottom. She wants to hit an arrow. I don't see an easy target. If she could hit that Jakiro, he might die, but PL's illusions and his creep wave will make it difficult for the arrow. So Mirana just goes around. There is a ward, which she did just place, so they'll get some vision there. Meanwhile, Radiant don't have a lot of vision. The arrow, but it doesn't matter. Tinker is
they never
max laser and max heat-seeking missile. So he doesn't really want to push. He just got hit with travel recipe, but he doesn't have any levels
Denied.
of positions, which means he's really going for a fighting build so far. Looks like it's working out for them. He is 2-0. They're up in kills 7-2. But you gotta wonder if he is really thinking about the March Machines versus PL. It is an invaluable tool to deal with those illusions, especially early on. They don't get taken. He has, well, a heart, because Butterfly won't do much against the March of Machines. More, well, not really clashes top. Clockwork and Slark just facing off, trying to get some experience and money. Looks like Clockwork's going for an urn. Is that an urn? No. So I check the courier. I can see up. He does have a because Pain comes in with her ult. Slark's ult doesn't help much with Queen Pain's scream since they're all AoE. Looks like Ogre Mage did that. So Lindy used her Laguna
Dire's
Blade,
top tower
but
is under attack.
between the Spirit Lance and I'm guessing Ice Path and Dual Breath, Ogre Mage just couldn't stand up to it. His Soul Ring, while helpful, probably took him down fairly well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still, I'll pull up the net worth tab here so we can look at how this is going. Tinker clearly, makes sense that he's first. He has his Boots of Travel. He's 2-0, and all he's been doing is farming. We've just gone to him for some mana. Slark, yeah, he's had pretty much free farm. They haven't been able to contest him, although he has died twice. That doesn't necessarily make up for the fact that he's just been left alone this entire time. We look at the items. Doom hasn't been able to get up his Midas yet, if indeed he's still planning on it. That's because he has died 5 times. That's really unfortunate for Doom, although with Devour and Midas, Doom is one of those carries that can easily make it up.
Radiant's
PL
top
has
tower
his
is
drum,
under attack.
has Belts of Strength. That would probably be Treads. In the meantime, Clockwork whiffs a hook, and then we'll rotate to get this double damager, or at least guard it for someone who wants it. Mirana fires an arrow, and it hits the rune but misses Clockwork. That's probably not what she wanted.
Radiant's top
And now
tower
with
is
this
under
up,
attack.
Ogre Mage wasn't there to respond to that. Yell and the hero will go in, and Hero Spirit Lance max does do a substantial amount of damage, 250. No really important items. You see Slark has Claymore up. I guess
Radiant's
that'll
top
be
tower has fallen.
Arrow,
Bury me
nice arrow
in the
from Mirana. The tower gets the last hit, but she does get the kill, and Tinker's missiles killing off the last of PL's illusions. So again, Slark
Radiant's
building a
middle
Shadow
tower
Blade.
is under attack.
Lena probably at Yule's at this point with the
Dire's
Staff of
bottom
Wizardry and
tower
Sage's
is
Mask.
under attack.
But got a couple Soul Rings and an Urn and Phase Boots. Not a whole lot to speak of in terms of items. Doom's found a lane to farm. I don't think he expects Tinker to come in and, well, Tinker doesn't have he is pretty good, so he can't do too much.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But
attack.
Mana's back at base. She doesn't have a TP yet. Slark's going bottom to meet up with Ogre Mage. Ogre Mage did buy some dust, so if they decide to go on this PL, he is squishy enough that use the dust, and it'll just clip him. Slark's pounces on cooldown, and they're going into the tower now. They will die. Dark attack, perching off the slope of PL. And good ice breath. Oh, it's on cooldown. PL, well, last bit of damage over time from Ogre Mage will grab him. Clockwork hooks into Ogre Mage. Battle Assault, unfortunately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He will still get the kill.
My friends is why metal will never
Lana and Tinker come in, and Slark will finish him off. He's an interior, yeah, but Slark, the interesting thing about Slark is that
Dire's top tower is under attack.
so heroes continually get less tanky as he hits, which is really good for Slark.
Dire's
really
structures
not good for
are
anyone
fortified.
Else. So Ogre Mage
Dire's
will take the hit
middle
there,
tower
but
is
they
under
will
attack.
Get Clockwork and Hero in return. Dire still up on kills by about 5, so not a whole lot. Experience really back and forth right now. Dire has had the biggest lead at one point, going down to about 1,700, 1,600, and now they're back to 1,000. But it hasn't really been consistent for more than 3 minutes at a time. Gold, on the other hand, is sufficiently in the Dire's hands. I mean, just look at the net worth chart. The Tinker, Huck there on the Tinker, and Square on Slark, top the net worth boards by more than 2,000 each over the next Radiant hero. Bill while looking at that, Doom probably first Doom of the game dove behind the tower and got Tinker. That will be really good for Doom. He got 424 gold for that for the killing spree.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Coming off cooldown for what I think is the second time. Use it, you should use it, there we go. And he does pick up his stations and has
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Dire's middle tower falls to arrow, to hero. Mirana's arrow hits, but can't do anything about it. There goes PL. That will Ogre Mage died in the process, but Slark was able to pick it up. Clockwork's is off cooldown, so I don't know if he decided not to use that. Maybe it was the Moonlight Shadow that got them. Tinker throwing some missiles and arrows on Doom on top. He will retreat, or he could put up his Scorched Earth to regen, but it looks like he will go back. Clockwork does look at this time on Slark. Up, Slark doesn't want me to paint. Off cooldown. There we go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was good. Pain's cooldowns were up so she wasn't able to finish the kill. I would have hoped that Slark had pounced the other direction. Maybe he would have gotten out of that. But he didn't.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The drums charge making it possible to pursue, so they will likely pick up the Ogre Mage. Nice arrow onto
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A good 2-0 for the Radiant, which brings them back into
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They desperately need this win. Rockets, not sure what happened there. Rockets disjointed. Didn't think Blink did that, but it looks like they're doing it. Hook's about to come off cooldown, but he doesn't have a whole lot of mana, so he will retreat.
Dire's top
Meanwhile,
tower
this
is under
ward
attack.
in the Radiant jungle from the Dire scouts out pretty much everything. We have Phantom Lancer farming up the easy camp here. Taking his Blade of Alacrity that will probably be a Diffusal. That remains to be seen. While Slark tries to flank Jakiro and Doom top, Tinker TP's out, and Ogre TP's in. Of course, Tinker can TP back in at any time. Doom retreats, knows that he's a little bit too far out. And that's that. I hear a Doom Slark. Dark Pact unfortunately does not hurt you. Not a whole lot of things to do. But even if you were to be low, his team would just deny it because they can't get it. Clockwork hooks into the overlay. Fire Blast, no multicast, also multicast Ignite. Queen of Pain will come in. Laguna Blade finishes off. Clockwork and Moonlight Shadow makes it so that they can pursue. Queen Azul's up on Jakiro, misses the stun, but doesn't matter. Laser was enough. Slark, nice pounce to dodge the Spirit Lance. We have Doom TPing in. Queen of Pain on low health with the ult. But Slark will be able to retreat thanks to his very high movement speed with his treads and his ult, and now a Shadow Blade. Slark goes back in. I don't see this is the smartest choice. Maybe he thinks he's going to get the Queen of Pain, but she is long gone. Mirana comes and places a ward mid, and then farms up the lane, pushing in farther. Both teams still have quite a few towers. I think it's 2 tier 1s down for each team. Still, Tinker's top of the net worth, although Doom, after getting a couple kills and his Midas and his Devour, got him a Blink Dagger, and he has taken the 2nd place spot in net worth. Take another look at items. Queen of Pain getting up the Oblivion Staff. Going for the Orchid, has the treads already. And a little bit of harassment, but not a whole lot of fight going on top. Mirana looking for the arrow, not going to find it. Jakiro has the mana boots, and there's his buckler. As I expected, going to be the mech for his team. I don't actually see a mech being built on the Dire, which could be good or bad. And this is a game when I would rather have one because the Radiant doesn't have a whole lot of burst damage. Jakiro's very sustained damage. Queen of Pain, I suppose, has some of those nukes, but one of them can be negated by a good, well-timed mech from anyone. I would probably expect to see that from Ogre Mage, but he has his Tranquils, and he'll want to get up his Ags to do the damage. That's where the Dire's going to excel. They're going to have the burst damage to really get one or two of these heroes out of the battle. They have the Laguna Blade, another Staff of Wizardry from Luna. It's either going to be an Atos or an Ags. I like both of them myself. Slark coming in for the gank. Also, Queen of Pain and Ogre Mage. I'm going to get on the Doom. Doom on Slark. That's good because he can't get off the pounce, but they don't need it. They have enough lockdown anyway. Moonlight Shadow will allow the disengage, but not before Mirana takes it.
Dire's top tower
Queen of
is
Pain,
under attack.
well-placed screams and gets the kill on Slark, which is exactly what she was looking for. Take it too early. Clockwork takes some damage from Fire Blast, but it doesn't matter. Mirana low on health. I'm not sure what she's doing over here. If PL got a Spirit Lance off on her, she would be very dead. But she will retreat for now. Her Moonlight Shadow on cooldown is only level 1 at this point. A little Radiant party here. They're going scouting. Clockwork will earn up. He does have a Blade Mail, so that's a benefit. Queen of Pain, after this camp, should be really close to her 2nd Oblivion Staff, although not near the Orchid yet. Got another 700 for that.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Almost
attack.
at Diffuser level 1. He has the 2nd Blade of Alacrity. Still has Stout Shield. Check the items over here. Nothing that new to speak of. Jakiro still has his buckler, not picking up the headdress yet. Shadowblade Slark, we already knew that. Kind of status quo. Mirana has the Dust of Appearance just in case they need to get a gank off on the PL. And she will find the Doom, although after the most recent nerf arrow, it's only a mini stun at close range. But doesn't matter. That she can now that she has up that level 4 in Star, which is what I was really talking about earlier. Now that Mirana's had a
Radiant's
good start
bottom
with her
tower
1
is
kill
under
and 6
attack.
assists, she really starts to come into her own. Yeah, sure, I'd like to see her pick up, you know, Maelstrom or Mjolnir, something that gives her a little bit of attack speed. Doesn't need that right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pick up both swords and we have our first GG of the game. Now, we'll just let that one slide as they keep playing, because as I understand, this game takes another hour. So here's for that to look forward to. But
Radiant's
it does
top
look like
tower is under
Mirana
attack.
has a headdress. Now, that could be either the mech or the fight. It's not an item you see on a Mirana that often. It doesn't really help her. It helps her tank up, which is something she needs, maybe a little bit more than. And there's her buckler, so yes, it will be a mech. She needs maybe a little bit of tankiness, but more important for Mirana is the attack speed and the damage. Now that was very impressive to see Luna through her Laguna Blade, and in that 0.25 seconds, I believe, the delay between cast and doppelwalk and dodge the damage. Not something you see very often, and very lucky for PL because he likely would have died as
Radiant's
a result. Not
bottom
necessarily
tower
of the Laguna
is under
Blade,
attack.
but of the resulting damage, or of the following damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Really justifying his place on top of the hill to be able to find good time and just take some damage from the March machines with Scorched Earth. He doesn't care. Jakiro throws out a fire on the tower.
Dire's top tower
Really,
has
really
fallen.
is underestimated because he can now go onto towers. Clockwork will hook into one large, invisible Dragon Void. Can't comes out and hits his head. Icy Patch around Radiant, but Fire Blast won't be replaced long enough. Blood Rage set Slark in place, and they will pick up the beating on the other side as well. Rotor Mage, I don't know why Doom's still there. Junior has, he's going to rearm his Blade Dagger and look in the missile. Dark Attack counts both miss, but missiles were enough to get the kill.
In every meeting of minds, there must be a loser.
Now, Dire, well, the net worth seems to have evened out. I guess we'll take a look at last hits. Interestingly enough, Leland has those last hits for the entire game. Now, I guess that's kind of expected. She's been solo, but she isn't actually building carry.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tags actually turns out to be a 4-staff. Really good, gives her some extra mobility. And on top of the treads, will help her survive a lot longer in fights, which is good. You know, I usually pick up the mana boots myself, but situationally, if you need the Lina to survive some sustained damage, that's not a bad pick.
Haste!
We will have Slark going invisible with a Shadow Blade. He has picked up a drums recipe, so finally the Dire has their own set of drums. Radiant had it on PL. He does have a little but
Radiant's bottom tower
Slark
is under attack.
Salt,
Radiant
hook
structures are
shots
fortified.
but the don't really matter as Slark grabs himself to the side and Dark Pack counts.
Radiant's bottom tower
Back
has
to
been
farming.
denied.
He has picked up a point booster and an Ogre Club, so we have an Aghanim Scepter, which fairly standard build for Doom. I guess you can have it multiple ways. Sometimes Doom players go Shiva's Guard, sometimes they do the Ags Refresher build. Neither of them
Radiant's top
necessarily
tower
wrong.
is under attack.
Right.
But as we see, where is net worth here?
Much obliged.
Doom still hanging near the top. His name is Retard. That's interesting. Doom still hanging toward the top of the net worth board because of that Devour, because of that Midas. Being able to keep up with Tinker, who can just split push and farm large the machines whenever he wants. Queen of Pain comes in and you see, oh, nice deny
Radiant's
from Queen
top
of Pain.
tower has
He
been
did use
denied.
an Orchid on Slark, but he can still use a Shadow Blade. while he's
Dire's
silent.
bottom
It's not
tower
an
is under
ability.
attack.
Doom better watch out. Ogre Mage gets off a stun. Multicast from both the Fire Blast and the, oh wow, Ignite. But it's really tanky. Clockwork hook shot in. Ogre Mage will step out, and Moonlight Shadow will allow the disengage. Slark doesn't want to disengage. He goes in with Dark Pack. But Moonlight Shadow will kind of negate the Doom there, and get another Doom. Ice Path halts this choke point here, while Clockwork goes back in. Probably, well,
Radiant's middle tower is under
Shadow
attack.
Dance here, making it easy for Slark to get the kill. And this is really looking bad for Radiant. The Dire gets 3 more kills, and Tinker just TP's back in, picks up, well, run time. They will pick up the hero. McIntyre's not done. So PL gets one last Spirit Lance and get the kill on Slark, but Blade and Fire Blast are enough to take him down. So a full team wipe here for the Dire. Looks like Slark actually being a good sport, saying well done to his team. Yes, in fact, that was sarcasm. So Ogre Mage and Lena here, pretty out
Radiant's
of
top
mana.
tower is under
I don't know
attack.
why Lena's maybe not switching to int treads, but they retreat because they'd go up against this Doom. Meanwhile, Tinker is farming happily, picked up his Scythe of Ice, and he is going to town on the Ancients. Don't have a stack yet. I think it would be helpful. Do we have a Helm Dominator? I don't think so. No, we actually don't have any lifesteal in that game. In this game, this is interesting. Jakiro finishes up the mech, Queen of Pain finishes up the Orchid, picks up a gem. Helpful for dewarding, also helpful for Moonlight Shadow. Hope for their sake they don't lose it because it could really hamper PL, who hasn't picked up another item recently. So either he's saving up for a Reaver or he's saving up for a Relic. PL's going to want that Radiance to accelerate his farm even more, or he's going to want the Reaver to pick up a Heart and make himself harder to kill. Meanwhile, Doom picks up his Staff of Wizardry, that much closer to his Aghanim Scepter. Actually, only about 150 gold away from picking up that Blade of Alacrity and being able to finish it. Tinker will pick up a Yule's, not a Yule's Scepter, a Staff of Wizardry, so interesting to see what he builds it into. His options are open. Slark still has his Shadow Blade, picked up an Ogre Club and a Missile Hammer. That means he's building a BKB. Good for him. Most of the burst damage out from the Radiant is magical. Moonlight Shadow in mid, which Tinker revealed by moving forward, so the Radiant know just to disengage. Though, I don't know if they don't. Arrow whiffs, but Lena gets hookshotted by Clockwork. Could have gotten the kill on Jakiro, maybe if she was on point with that stun, but she wasn't. While Rana gets doomed, backside, and Doom gets picked up. Dire lays down some Marching Machines and then TP's back to base, just like Tinker Doom. PL goes back to the free farm, still saving up gold. Doppel walks away from the Marching Machines, but we do have Ogre Mage coming in from behind. PL's invisibility is going to run out now, and he might get seen. Gust, multicast, Ignite. Spirit Lance and Diffusal Blade will prevent, there we go, prevent Ogre Mage using any more spells, but there were 2 more in the area. PL didn't have a chance. Jakiro throws down an Observer, doesn't see that there are a Sentry and Observer there, so while he will be able
Radiant's
to pick up
bottom
the Ancients,
tower is
he
under
does
attack.
get spotted by the Tinker, immediately dewards him. Dire Courier has a poor man's shield for Slark as well as a BKB. I'm guessing he'll pick both of those up now that he has an extra slot. Throws off the Shadow Dance and the Dark Pact. Gets hit by a Centaur Stomp from Doom, but there are just too many of the Dire in there. Doom is not able to get away, while Clockwork uses an immediate attack, and Slark uses his 10-second BKB to secure the kill, and decides that chasing him is futile at range. I heard a Dagon. Tinker
Radiant's
has
bottom
a
tower
Dagon level
is
1.
under
That's
attack.
Staff of Wizardry restore.
Radiant's
Rana
structures
pops the
are
mech.
fortified.
Tinker TP's back in, cancels the TP when he Macro Fire. Ogre Mage uses the Blood Rage.
Radiant's
And
bottom
then
tower
Slark will
is under
disengage
attack.
because he is about to die. Laguna Blade from Lena takes off Hero, while Clockwork comes in, popping the Blade Mail, hoping to get the Tinker. Queen of Pain will TP out, and then Cogs gets blasted on that
Radiant's bottom
unfortunate
tower has
Rana.
fallen.
We have Lena escaping, silenced by Quap's Orchid, and Ogre Mage and Slark also disengaging. They've taken 2 casualties this fight, but they don't want to take more. So
Damage.
Yell. He doesn't really have enough mana for anything more. Well, I guess he has 115, so that's 1 Pounce and 1 Dark Pact. Dust will find PL. That is very frustrating for a support. Slark, his ult regens health but not mana, so he is left manaless for the time being. He is saving up. Got the best gold. Comes in Doom and a Centaur Stomp. Get him. Unless this Clockwork
Coming in.
Nice hook from Clockwork. Grabs his Slark. Moonlight Shadow to take effect while Overmage runs away under guise of Moonlight Shadow. Lina grabs a double damage rune and tries to solo Rosh, and it looks like she did a very good job. But she is not, doesn't have enough health to make a habit out of it, so she has to let it. Meanwhile, Jakiro throwing some liquid fire on the creeps, Doom farming up, has 700 gold and his Ags. Jakiro picked up a Null Talisman. I'm guessing a Veil of Discord, but for now it could just be a casual stat item. Not bad. You'd like to see it a little bit earlier, but Jakira's being a good support. Doesn't have any wards on him right now, but he has been keeping up with that fairly well. Tinker, again, throws down marches, TP's away. He has his Dagon level 2. It won't be long before he upgrades that again. Lina going back with some
Dire's
Blood Rage
bottom
and
tower
Overdrive,
is under attack.
Going to try to pick up the barrage. She looks like she's also building an Ags. Ogre Magi has his Ags and a Void Stone. I doubt it's a refresher on him. It could be a
Dire's
Bloodstone or
structures
Jewels.
are fortified.
Either one are good choices.
Roshan has
Ogre
fallen to
picks
the
up the
dark.
Aegis while Doom and Jakiro
Dire's
finish
bottom
off the
tower has
and
fallen.
run away for more So, not too far behind. Well, as I say that, I look at the experience graph. Dire having a 10,000 gold experience. Going all the way, a little bit of a pop back up, but once that updates, it should go back down on experience. Gold looking about the same, although 5,000 gold is not actually that bad. Mirana will chase, throw an arrow, but Doom blinks away instead of walking the way she expected.
Coming in.
PL, farming top, has his Reaver, so that will be a hard. PL wouldn't build a Satanic because it wouldn't benefit his illusions. Clark has his ultimate orb, that will be a Scotty. Really good item for him. You know, I would have liked to see him pick up the Orb of Venom a little bit earlier. That would have given him some more ganky potential. Not that he needed it, but it is a helpful item in the early stages, especially if you're a melee hero. Pop the Dark Pact on Clockwork. Overmage comes in with his spell, but Blade will pick off Mirana while Clark picks off Hero. Getting duped in the process and shine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, 1 for 2 so far. I'm guessing the Radiant here. Centaur Stomp. PL falls off the Ogre Mage while Clockwork pokes in. And Taurus dies. Blade Mail will kill both of them. Drops the gem while Ogre Mage throws off a stun on PL illusion. Then
I predicted all
saves
this, you know.
one more there, but turns around, opting instead to go Lina. He's Fire Blaster have been on illusion. Doesn't matter. They pick off the PL anyway for another 15.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tower. He does pick up a Staff of Wizardry and Sage's Mask, so that will be a Yule Scepter. Very good for his mana regen, especially after the change where Unrefined Fire tags.
Radiant's middle tower has
at
fallen.
any mana level, and it takes but I'm thinking that's what it is. The Ignites will slow down the push, kill some of these creeps as Tinker goes to push bottom. 2 left, each one. Radiant, they are 35 minutes in the lead. Queen of Pain out farming, pick up her Lincoln Spear. That will be helpful against Ogre Mage and against Lina. Those are really the only targeted spells to speak of, so not a bad pick. She could use it to put on someone else if she knows they're going to get hit by the there's the Dagon. That's another triggering spell, the Dagon and the Hex. Clockwork hooks in on PL, but it doesn't matter because he has the tag. Second cooldown. And it looks like with well, Slark pops in zero, and will try to go into the other side. Here in Beam, we have a Tinker, although Beam just group lifeline Nina and Overmade, which is stuns days. Down on the Radiant side, one down on the Dire side. With Tinker gone, they're going to have a little bit of difficulty going high ground, but still he could pick up his point booster if he wants now, but I expect he'll want to stay until he gets his ultimate orb. A little bit of damage and mana burn. Clockwork pops the Blade Mail. Queen of Pain blinks away. Clockwork pokes in, stun, and Undefined Fire Blast. 4 times multicast with the regular Fire Blast. Wasn't able to get the kill with that last Undefined Fire Blast, so the Radiant will come out ahead of that trade. They don't need extra, only a little bit of Clockwork's health, but he can go heal.
Players here.
Looks like, based on the all chat, that he had 11 health left, so he should count his blessings. Lina picked up her Ags, so any BKBs that the Radiant want to pick up, which is none of them, so if they decided to pick up a BKB, it wouldn't help them anyway, because of the update to Lina's Aghanim Scepter upgrade, which is actually very good. 1250 times the 0.25 magic resist still is a lot of damage. It's over 1,000 damage to a single target, which is... Let's check all of their health. Jakiro has 1,300 health. That and one more spell will kill Jakiro. Same for Quap. Clockwork's a little bit tankier. PL with his Reaver is tankier and Doom. So the Jakiro and the Quap really need to watch out for Lina's Aghanim Scepter. Gonna go ahead and look at the gold graph. Dire, not as far ahead as you might expect. After last time I checked, when there was a 5,000 gold lead, there's now about an 8,000 gold lead, which is for 40 minutes into the game, it's actually fairly close. I mean, obviously could be closer, but for the Radiant, it's pretty good. They'll be wanting to see that gold grab. Overmaze uses Dual Scepter to keep his head.
Burns, doesn't it?
Not sure what the stop. Clockwork throws a rocket. Doesn't really do anything because Slark is healing. Blood Rage and 2 Orbs. He's going to be pretty scary. Marching machines will prevent the Radiant. Slark goes in, comes back. You guys don't want to fight if that marching machine. Nope, not at all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Arrow clears Fingers stuck there. Slark comes side. BKB will not matter under the cover of a Shadow Blade. No one will be attacked. So he runs away. Ultimate is back up. She uses to kill Clockwork and then duels herself. Elizabeth comes back in and tries to kill Slark, but Townsend will not allow it right away. They both get away as Hurricane kicks up Ogre Mage to the backside. Ronald leaps into a tree and is waiting there trying to save them. Slark pursues the PL, but the Fusel Blade coming out and Hurricane's AoE damage means he can't get the tower, and he does not escape with his life. So we have, after all is said and done, 2 dead on the Radiant side, 4 dead on the Dire side, which is a very good team fight, especially for, well, I say how behind they are, but it's not that bad. On the other hand, you look at the vision, Dire's doing a lot better. They have wards inside the base, all through the jungle, and they can push forward as far as they want. Radiant, because all these fights have happened right outside their base, they really can't push to the other side of the river. They don't have wards up in any of the normal spots where Jakiro is now, or in the jungle. They are kind of scared, and rightly so. It would be nice for them to get some support. As far as experience goes, straight for the Dire. 20,000. Wish I knew offhand how many levels that corresponded to, but needless to say, it's enough. think there's a hero low. There we go. Well, as you can see, the Doom and the Jakiro actually the two lowest on the level chart. Not maybe what you'd expect. Well, yes, probably what you'd expect based on the fact that Doom has died 15 times. Jakiro has died 9 times. The deaths here. Slark actually has died 10 times, although he does have 12 kills, as well as Ogre Mage has 12 and Tinker has 11. So, as pretty much expected, Dire's doing well. They're sitting with the map awareness, with the gold, with the experience, and can take some time to sit back and farm. Regen rune spawns bottom. Doom hasn't really picked up anything else since Zags, although he does have 1800 gold. I would like to see Shiva's next, maybe an Assault Cuirass. They need to be a little more tanky. Even a BKB, prevent the damage from Ogre Mage. Tinker will cancel a TP. Decides to go to a different lane, sees it open instead of pushing 3 of them in the middle here. Clockwork, standard item. Hero does have wards in addition to his Veil of Discord, which will help him out immensely with Queen of Pain's Demon Edge. Interesting. I did not expect that from her. Usually Queen of Pain will get a Scythe or some other int-based item to help her sustain with the burst damage. But it looks like she'll probably at this point go for an MKB. They do need some more stun. Clockwork and Jakiro, while good, they're not the most reliable, so maybe the mini stun will help them cancel some TPs if it ever comes to that. The Ogre Mage, Doom, I'm not sure I like the stun. Arrow from Mirana will hit on a heal illusion, so not good. Clockwork's hook was on Tinker, and Battery Assault will prevent Tinker from TPing out. This is where Tinker starts to get scary. Clockwork, Aghanim's ultimate, 12-second cooldown. He gets another one. Now, Hogs isn't that much of a cooldown. He gets an arrow and his ultimate, he will die. But as long as Clockwork knows where Tinker is, he's not TPing out anywhere. Working on Slark, but purged off from preemptive Dark Pact. And Radiant, Doom has blinked into the trees. Radiant are just balling down mid. Liquid Fire, very good against towers, as I mentioned earlier. It slows down attack speed and is able to be
Dire's
used on
structures are fortified.
Very helpful for pushing,
Dire's
not
middle
he only
tower
needs any
is
help
under
pushing.
attack.
His heart and illusions.
Dire's middle tower
Arrows
has fallen.
splits in the hole there, doesn't do anything. Radiant just going for it. Fingers down so they don't have to push into March Machines. And the rest of the team is alive. Sans Slark is fairly not tanky, so they can use their advantage and just push up, but they will retreat. Rosh has respawned again. I don't think any team is really in a position to take it because of what is the other team's situation. Doom will pick up the Mystic Staff. My guess is Shiva's. We'll wait to see what happens there. But we have, let's see, nothing new from the Radiant since the last time I checked. Slark has finished up his Scotty, which is another ability that goes through BKBs. Now, quick turn events here. The Radiant, the Dire has picked up Rod. Luna picked up a Maelstrom. I can't really deny it. She's good because her Fiery Soul makes her attack so fast. She can dish out a lot of damage. My personal build is a lot more supportive, but, you know, every once in a while I've seen this work. I don't know what she'll go for next. Probably the full Mjolnir. You're going, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. So go ahead and take the whole item. Very interesting build, to say the least. But as I was saying, the Eye of Scotty does go through BKB. It's a very good slow, 35 flat attack slow, which is very helpful against pretty much everyone except PL. He doesn't need to be, as long as Slark isn't attacking the real one, PL really doesn't care about how much is slowed. The Dire does
Radiant's
have
middle
a
tower is
5 on
under
Tinker.
attack.
He's picking up a Ghost Scepter.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, it could either be that he's getting an Ethereal Blade or he just wants to survive PL. Because the Ethereal Blade, or the Ghost Scepter, does stop physical attacks. It makes Queen of Pain do a lot more, but now since she's picked up the Monkey King bar rather than, say, a Scepter, she's going to be doing a lot of physical damage as well. Shadow Blade in, counts on the Doom. Lina and Ogre Mage burst down the Macropyre and Veil of Discord go out, but Slark BKB doesn't care. Lina will die to the cogs after being hooked on by Clockwork. Queen of Pain blinks away. The one final tower hit is not enough to kill off Slark because of his regen, although Clockwork kills off the Mirana. Spirit Land slows down the Ogre Mage and Tinker cancels the TP back in. Slark on the meantime tries to get the Clockwork, looks at it, 12 seconds cooldown. Does not hit the Ogre Mage because of Hex and Dagon, but on the backside, Jakiro and PL are able to pick up the Slark's Aegis. And the Veil and Ice Path, not enough based on Dark Pact to get him. Marching Machines will come and clear out PL's illusion with Hook and Clockwork. Throws the missile to try to get the vision, but no avail. The Diffusal Blade from the level 2 Diffusal from PL goes on the Lina, and the Cogs stun holds her in place as Slark escapes. A very good hold from the Radiant. I think about as good as they could have expected. I mean, and maybe even better. They didn't lose anything. They've already lost this tower, and they managed to get quite a few kills. I don't know the exact count after that fight lasted so long that some people respawned. But they're going to pursue and use a silent slow hard spear and takes him down. Immediate buyback from Ogre Mage. He knows he needs to defend, while Slark is trying to force something top. Clockwork and Doom are making that not possible. And Pin and PL killing out the waves. Here doesn't even have enough mana or cooldown to give himself mana, so he won't be able to push up. Marching Machines making quick work of PL's illusion. Not even really doing any damage to the tower to speak of. While Slark continues to push top. And doesn't get anything for it because, well, no one's there waiting for him now, but I think they know. The Dire regrouping mid, use Ignite on the creep wave to try to slow it down, and Mirana's Blood Rage is taking them away. This is another thing from Mirana. Look, I mean, her deck damage is not too shabby now, 133, but without any damage items, she isn't even switching her treads to agility because she needs to stay alive. She's just not doing damage. Well, hook in from Clockwork on the other mage, force that, Moonlight Shadow. But Slark pounces in, kills the Clockwork, and then uses the ult to get out. Goes to the campaign. Scotty slows her down, but she blinks away. And kills the we found Yasha and Eldor and Manta. Slark on the backside is not able to pick up a kill. Scanning the Macropyre. Very nice cast to stop Lina in their tracks. Mirana and Ogre Mage having been duly dusted, run away, back to now, the smart move would be for the Radiant to push on the lane, although they could just keep forcing. Slark is down, and severely hampers some of the damage capabilities of the Dire. But Tinker up, pushes just aren't happening. They need to get the PL into another lane, throw some illusions down, maybe bottom lane, and push in so that they can do damage to a tower that isn't being guarded. Or they could just take the tier 2 top, because that would really give them another avenue of attack. Even if they got in mid, they wouldn't be able to rotate top until they had that tier 2 tower. Mirana buys it. Happened to the other one. Jakiro's holding it. It's been passed around a few times. And looks like she is holding it now. Tinker finally picks up his E-Blade. And he's not exactly 6-slotted. He could sell the Soul Ring, but that remains to be seen. Jakiro picks up a Vlad's. Not an item you'd expect from him, except for the fact that it is a very good support item. Its lifesteal and its armor are auras, which means that it benefits the entire team, as well as the that he was trying to buy. But Tinker manages with his E-Blade and Dagon to burst down the campaign before he dies. Doom on the other hand, dies to, well, I don't know why Overmage is using it, but Doom did get his shield on that turret right before he died. Clockwork comes in. Probably won't be able to pick up the Mirana because she can leap away, and Overmage is sitting. Ice Path comes in on Overmage, Arrow comes in on Clockwork, and we have a stalemate with her Aghanim ultimate, tries to throw it out. Clockwork alive, and the Ice Path and the Rocket and the Macropyre will kill Overmage, who is having the longer respawn time because he bought back. Mirana gets away, they've seen these skill illusions, fire an arrow, near miss on PL, and he will escape. Clockwork's missile will scout nothing and only do minimal damage to the creep wave. The other thing to note about this Maelstrom pickup from Lina is that it could be directed at killing all of PL's enemies. The more damage they can do in an area, and magical damage
tower
that,
is under attack.
And PL with the Terminus he has, wow, a lot of armor.
Dire's
The more
top
magical
tower
damage they
has
can
fallen.
do in a quick amount of time in a large area, they can take care of these. Probably what they want to do. If you look at the XP, the Radiant have brought it back. I mean, there comes a point when, I mean, I don't think anyone is maxed out here quite yet. Hero levels E. Well, Queen of Pain and PL are, and Slark pretty near maxed out on level 25. There will come a time when the difference in EXP earned could go to 0. And that is maybe what we're looking at here, but the Radiant have really brought it back. They're only 10 kills behind now, 39 to 49, and they've also brought the gold back. This is what happens when you let a PL fall. Not only can he start farming multiple lanes, but he can start farming the jungle, and his illusions multiply. So we're almost near 0 gold, 0 experience difference, and both teams are taking kind of a breather just to get themselves some farm. Checking out the items, anything new to speak of course Doom got that Shiva's Guard right before he died, didn't really do him much good. PL has his level 2 Diffusal with 3 charges left on it. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps it after that. I would if I were him for the mana burn. Very helpful against the supports who have no BKB. Clockwork has not picked up anything new, although he does have 2,100 gold. Maybe a Blink, I doubt it, but he has the right amount of money for that. I hear multicast going from mid, but the Ice Path will allow him to make Clockwork hooks in, but only hits on his own creep, so it does no damage. Queen of Pain has a lot of money. If I were her, I'd pick up an Eggs, but I will see what she does. She has her MKBs, had that for a while. Meanwhile, Tinker has 2,400 gold, could build whatever he wanted, and get finally 6 slotted after he sold the Soul Ring. If he sold the Soul Ring, maybe something like a Bloodstone, maybe not. He needs the regen, while Queen of Pain and Jakiro kind of stroll the jungle looking for something. Would say to scout the rune, but nope. Maybe to try to check if there was anyone invisible. Basher from Slark, he'll look to upgrade that into Abyssal at some point. And another 4-staff Overmage. I hear BKB still have a fight going. Slark uses BKB, tries to burst down the Jakiro, but actually save him as Queen of Pain. I'm not entirely sure what else Slark melted. Pause in the middle of a fight. I usually don't like doing that. I'll chalk it up to a misclick. Slark got burst. Tinker will die to an Ice Path. Doom almost died to a Blade. But Mirana is slowed by the Diffusal Blade, by the Shadow Strike, and by the Shiva's Guard. Queen of Pain, Ethereal Blade, Dagon, Laser. Doom almost dies as well to Tinker. Tinker is melting these people with all the dragon damage. Able to get third kill, double kill. Just Dagon creep. Clockwork hooks in on Tinker. Blade Mill. Tinker does not want to attack that Clockwork. And steals the kill and short hooks him. While Lina barely gets away and Overmage gets away. Tinker must have bought back at some point because his respawn timer is very, very long. Die back. Meanwhile, the Radiant are still pushing in. Clockwork has almost full health. Whiffs the hook. 12 seconds to this, another one. Don't know what he will use Fire Blast.
Structures are fortified.
Illusion. Nice stun from Lina. May get her teammate out. Blade.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Interesting thing to note about Maelstrom, it does pop one thing.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And that
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
will buy back though. Another buyback.
Throw another hero in the fire.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
But they will successfully hold their range tracks, maybe? Nope, he also loses.
Dire's bottom barracks has
While
fallen.
Slark goes and looking for Clockwork, will probably find him. And oh, wow. David, he has the gen, that's why Slark was not going to be able to pull that one. By another, one of the cogs, Clockwork, will hook out to safety on one of his teammates. And the Dire is left empty. They will find Rosh though, and with the Radiant this low, they could potentially get this, sneak this in under their noses. The Radiant doesn't have any wards. That is one thing they've been lacking on this entire time, has been the warding. Now, they can find it kind of hard to sneak out, but it's not doing a favor. Dire is sneaking in. This is the third one, so we'll drop the cheese. Expecting the Aegis to go to Slark, and my guess is
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Slark picks up the Aegis, Ogre Mage picks up the cheese, and PL picks up the butterfly. This is starting to look bad, mostly because of PL. His illusions are very hard to kill. Not even regular attacks will be able to get them anymore because of this butterfly and the evasion that's passed off to them. Tinker TP's out of top, leaving a big creep wave in the last remnants of March. And PL walks away, not PL, excuse me, Quap walks away to farm some neutrals. Has picked up Boots of Travel, still has 2,000 gold, 2,500 gold available to her. No particular new pickups from the Dire. Tinker is still sitting on, well, 2,000 gold after he died, bought back, and died again, so he lost a substantial amount from that. Arrow will miss on mid, and could get very long-range hook hits on Ogre Mage. Moonlight Shadow will disengage though, so nothing doing. Morana wants an arrow, but her team's not there, so smartly she will walk away looking for an item from the courier, picked up a 4-step. For all that this Morana has done, her arrows have been good, her Moonlight Shadow has been helpful. I think they could have picked up a different hero for just for the item choice. I mean, there are better mech carriers, there are better 4-stack carriers, there are better carriers. Arrow has been invaluable, but there are other stuns, so it's done work. Not something that I would have picked, but maybe there's something about it. Had to get to the Japanese picks up, I guess it's next. Counter shield, Clark does not have enough money to upgrade his pistol yet. Meanwhile, Doom, sitting at 4,500 gold with his Devour and Midas, he is not the star of the show like he is in many games. But he does have his level 3 Doom up, he's level 23. My guess is a refresher next to him, but at this point, I'll be probably saving for buyback, which is a smart choice as the game moves past 60 minutes. One team fight to decide how this goes. They will push it top. It's been a while since they got that. Stop. Will die to auto attack. A lot. She will walk away though, deny her, while Slark's Aegis gets taken away from her. Morana will make it back to the fountain as Tinker kills the hero. He is not able to stop the Chihiro, but the Hex is a much more valuable kill when she takes continually being refreshed by his ult. So that was a very convincing fight from the Dire. Let's see if the experience graph, well, backed up to 10,000 in favor of the Dire. Again, we should be getting to the point where it evens out as soon as all of these heroes even out to level 25. Net worth, Tinker is still the top of it. Nobody was surprised. PL, though, a close second, about 1,300 gold behind. And again, nobody is surprised as he is farming very well. Slark pushes him in, probably trying to get these racks. Jakiro, though, stopping with an Ice Path after Dark Pact has already ended, so it's uncool. Can't purge off the stun. Dire's courier picked up the Mjolnir recipe and a Hyperstone. That will be for Lena. The other courier is Pudgeling, sitting sad and unused in the fountain because they picked up 2. Slark bounces into big camp, takes a couple more creeps, up to 2,500 gold, looking for that Abyssal, probably. Ogre Mage swings by the secret shop. He does in fact pick up the Shivas, will be helpful, and Lena's Mjolnir is finished. PL sitting on 1,300 gold,
damage.
probably going to get buyback, maybe Boots of Travel next, or sell his drums. You could buy an extra drums recipe to refresh the charges, but at this point, that's really not worth it when you could pick up something like Boots of Travel or a buyback. Doom, he bought something. Do we have something on their courier for Doom? No. Maybe it was a buyback, I'm not sure. He had 4,000 gold, and he had 3,000. Or wait, no, he just died. Silly me. So, Slark is looking to come in. He might try to go on Doom again. Although, yeah, here comes Ogre Mage. With that. Or Clockwork hooks in, battery assault, needs to get out, does not get out. That's 2 down to everyone. And Lena coming in. Moonlight Shadow's being used so they can get a little bit closer. I think no one else is going to pursue them, and they neither are moving forward to the creep wave, but hey. Mirana used her mech on herself. Still has 4 stab. There's PL's Boots of Travel. This push, strat Dota. Hopefully that'll give the Radiant some benefit. The Macropyre being used there just on the creeps and the Veil of Discord. Not the worst decision. Better than base, but they're having better decisions. Skeleton trying to clear this wave. Slark has on him. Melted by it. Also Slark. Wow. Work. The whole Radiant will now turn and go on Ogre Mage. He is one of the 2 main pieces. Ogre Mage makes that one last Spear Lance. Well, the Dire were able to pick up the beforehand. These 3 are baking their sitting. Slark, Chad, they've lost this fight. Regeneration. Picks up the regen rune and goes for re-engage. She was guard. Not sure why. It's not something I would have done, but I guess they weren't interested. So a little bit of a glitch there with a arrow particle, but Ogre Mage will get himself to safety. Sitting on 4,500 gold, hasn't picked up anything yet. Hero still has the gem. Queen of Pain has the gem. So I think we have current count 2 gems on Radiant, 1 on Dire. They're really fond of this detection, and both teams have gotten back into boarding. Dire is still a little bit better on the board, although much more defensive. Radiant doesn't have any more PL will push it to the bottom. He throws in regular illusions, but the final one and Clockwork Hook.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
She uses herself, but it isn't going to be enough. Even the light strike array is not enough to stop Clockwork's battery assault. Everyone is pursuing the information 4 stabs away as Tinker comes from his side. Goes next one to light strike array with Hero player dagger, rocket, and kills off Doom. Hero died somewhere in there as well. We have rockets at the Dire Fountain, and Luna is not able to stop the last remaining member of the Radiant from TPing out right next to the fountain. Although, very good hold, we still have the Dire in the lead, although they are down 1 set of racks. Lena did buy back for that. You can see she has the debuff. This curve is evening out. It's, you know, holding about 10,000 experience for the Dire and 0. Look at that. That is a 0 gold lead. 65 minutes into this game. We are dead even in money. Net worth shows Tinker above and Jakiro at the very bottom, but it's anyone's game. The PL and the Queen of Pain sitting just about even with the Slark right below them. But then again, Slark at this point, well, his BKB's down to 4 seconds, not as valuable as it used to be. But if he finds someone alone, he doesn't really need too many more items. Tinker being able to 3-arm. Monster kill! Radiant is one of their future without you in it. Based on that last fight. In fact, they did lose another gem. So
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
It's Instead,
Radiant structures
Rax
are
that are now
fortified. I know
and
I'm a pain,
a buyback
but you
to
love me anyway.
not enough to stop the Tinker is just Dagon.
Oh dear.
Doesn't get the kill.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's
Ice
middle
Pad
barracks
stops
has fallen.
not before he gets the Rax. Tinker buys back immediately and TP's back into the fight. He did, in fact, sell the Soul Ring to go Clockwork focus onto a 3, although the 12-second cooldown doesn't matter. Slark's invisibility will keep PL from him, and he turns back to fight. Doom picked up the gem and almost doomed the Slark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stop and hook shot, spirit lance, etc. Get the kill. They're going back in Throsh. Dire is warded very well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bash on Luna and arrow on. She is using her Fiery Soul, but she just isn't dispatched. Maybe if she had a medallion would go down faster, or some teammates. Teammates are always nice. Really
Radiant's
big wave.
top tower
I think that's
is under attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10
Dire's
range
middle
creep.
tower
That
has
tower's
fallen.
gonna melt. It doesn't matter.
Dire's structures are
Arrow hit on
fortified.
Clockwork.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Large machine's not far enough forward to take it down very fast.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mage pops in, dies in the process. Clark
Dire's middle barracks has
Tinker
fallen.
uses his Ethereal Blade enough to stop the physical damage. Nothing on cooldown. Lena kills her Aghanim ultimate, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
her health isn't going to make it any farther, except for the stun. Well placed stun from Lena, he makes it out alive. 2 more rounds, 1. The tower, those ranged groups did a number on this tower. It's down to 200 health. PLTP back to get the farm. Still sitting on 4,000 gold. His next move will be either to sell his drums. I doubt he'd sell his diffusal blade, but he doesn't have any more charges to use. So it's anyone's guess at this point. Still doesn't have a whole lot. How many times? Look at the kill and death assists here. Sort by, well, Radiant sort by number of kills. Mirana, least kills, not the most deaths, surprisingly. So she has a lot of assists. Sever has a lot of assists at this point, but she has not died as many times. She's died the least anyone, so I guess I should stop complaining. Luna will go back to try to finish off that Raj. Not going to do a whole lot of damage before Slark comes in. Counts this, stuck on the cliff. Luna can hold her own for a while, but it would be really nice if she gets some teammates. She will use, I'm not sure what is Rashawn's Lincoln. And Radiant still respawning, while one lonely PL illusion pushes top, is not able to get another illusion to spawn. It doesn't matter much, anyway. Slark comes in to help kill Rashawn, cheeses in the ground, he picks up the Aegis. Doesn't have very much money. Oh, there is an Eagle Song for him on the Courier, so that will be a new item for Slark. Excuse me. Clockwork buys a Reaver. He'll want a heart so he can stay alive much longer after he's hooked in. Whiffed hook. Not sure what he was going for. Maybe to get the creep wave. Doesn't matter. Mirana sitting on 2,000 gold. Slark farming up the Ancients. Could do with some attack speed. I'm guessing that's what the Eagle Song is for. Probably saving up for something soon as his Aegis expires. He'll need someone else on his team to take it. We do have 5 coming in mid to the Radiant. With hook from Clockwork. Discard. Bad idea. Force that out before you Doom. Leap. And Moonlight Shadow will disengage for him. But they're in no position to defend this. Marching Machine push off for now, but all they need to do is get one creep in base and then rotate top. And the mech, well, there you go. If they wanted, they could have pushed in, but it's not worth it. Clockwork hooks in, stuns the Lena, and burns some of her mana. But Tinker's Spear Blade does the damage to him. Lena, nice dodge, Dual Scepter, Overmage comes in, slows him down, kills with Fire Blast, Lana dies to Laguna Blade, drops another one. Slark gets a kill but is trapped in Cogs and loses his Aegis. This is a 3 for 2 in Aegis right now. And a buyback from Clockwork. Slark is stunned, but a preemptive Dark Pack takes it off. Luna escapes. with 90 HP. Another multicast hits. Queen of Pain almost dead, blinks out. Tinker kills her with one last Dagon 5, and PL is trapped by the count. And the Dagon to the laser, kill him, and Slark goes down to the illusions after a nice hook through Clockwork, and he escapes, mostly thanks to his Shadow Dance and abilities to regen. So, 4 down for the Radiant. Well, 5 down and a buyback. And I think that was 2, max 3 down for the Dire. So another good hold for the Dire. Ogre Mage has no mana. Luckily, he can always cast his Unrefined Fire Blast no matter how much mana he has. And that's what he's using to try to knock off some of his waves. Lena has sold, or used her TP. I don't think she sold anything. Has 3,500 gold to pick up something else, but these people are saving for buyback. Buyback is everything right now. They need to be able to defend. One team fight too close to your base that is lost, and that's game. 1 set of racks left for the Dire, 2 left for the Radiant. And it could just be over like that. Doom still hasn't picked up anything else. Really like to see him pick up another item, but again, buybacks. PL still 6 slotted. Clockwork wants his heart, but is not going to get it anytime soon after that buyback. Queen of Pain does have Boots of Travel. Don't remember if I saw that earlier. Jakiro hasn't picked up anything new. Doom does have 1 sentry ward. Interesting. Tinker, still 6 slotted. He does have that Bloodstone. Mirana, nothing new. Ogre Mage, Shiva's. He has picked up a Vlad's to get the same damage, armor, and mana regen aura that Jakiro got for his team. That will be very helpful. Slark picked up the Butterfly indeed after his Aegis went away, and he does have a gem. Lena, again, nothing new. At this point, the gem count is a lot. Let's check the couriers. There's 1 in the fountain for the Dire. There is 1 on Slark and 1 on Mirana. For the Radiant, none on the courier, none in the fountain, and none on any of the heroes. So the Dire clearly has the vision advantage right now, but they don't have, interestingly enough, they have the vision advantage, but they don't have the map control advantage. They have 2 racks down, so there is 1 lane continually pushing in, that's the bottom lane, and then the middle lane is at equilibrium, as well as the top lane. Tinker, instant hex on Queen of Pain, hook shot will hit on something that is not the hero. Doom is still on Tinker. Moonlight Shadow will be enough to get him out, but will get away and die to the Doom and the Orchid. Radiant hasn't lost anything yet. Clockwork, good hook, but Slark comes in, kills the Doom. The PL are getting him down. No one can clear enough to Hero Blade and Dagon in. Too much damage. Lena pops a few more Mjolnir rounds and will manage to get out. Doom buys back. Clockwork and Hero both die. And then Tinker tries to kill PL, but is not capable of it. Had he found Quap, she would have been dead, and Slark does. That was a very, very lucky first hit bash. She almost got out. But Slark stopped it with his Skull Basher. First I thought it was an Abyssal Blade, but it wasn't. So again, we have the Dire looking very good. They have Tinker. And Tinker can deal with these super creeps very easily. Even the siege creeps are pushing in. They're a little bit too tanky for him. But it's really, really difficult for the Radiant to push anywhere against this. There's another gem that's just chilling on the ground. Figure they're at probably gem saturation right now. Nothing more that they can do. Doom uses Shivas, tries to clear out a lane. Does he have something on the courier, or does he buy back? He must have bought back because Doom has no money. Tinker, 5,000 gold, 12 bloodstone charges. He's going to go in, try to kill Doom. And that was a misclick. Tinker just killed himself. Wow. I think we should pause and reflect on what just happened. He clearly wanted to use his Ethereal Blade, hit the wrong button. Now his very useful bloodstone suicide skill is on cooldown for 300 seconds. For the math impaired, that is 5 minutes. So, Ogre Mage getting unlucky with the multicasts, as in not getting any. He does have Boots of Travel on cooldown for 35 seconds. As that's not Tinker, that's PL. Ogre Mage, Moonlight Shadow is not going to be enough this time. Doom, well, he must have used that 1 sentry somewhere, I'm not entirely sure where. Probably in front of the base, but they will pick off the Ogre Mage, and now they will push in with another Boots of Travel. And is that Jakiro with Boots of Travel too? He just bought them. And they are going in top. And Tinker is dead for 20 seconds. And Tinker does not have buyback, I don't believe. Tinker has buyback. I don't know why he's not using it. Well, 9 seconds. He'll be back before they come in and use some Martian machines, but the damage might be done by that point. This tower's going to be bad. Ace tries to stop anyone who's close, but they're not close. Some of the illusions doesn't matter. Fortify also doesn't matter. They're going to go in on the Slark. Almost kills the Doom. Slark dies to the illusions. Doom dies to the Tinker. Slark dies back. Hero blade daggers 1, 2, EL, Slark comes to EL. EL dies. You're going to force fast forward. You're going to try to kill Jakiro. Completely whiff those paths. Stun whiff spell. So many whiff spells right now. You guys going to make it. Oh, keeps him here. Clockwork hooks in. Getting out. Doesn't even matter. She's there once. Clockwork blade is stopping Slug from doing anything. Although he's going to get out. That's dead Clockwork. Pain comes in. Almost gets the run over the chain link, but misses. Slug bounces into him. He'll be able to get out soon, but not soon enough. Working on Luna. Slug bounces out. Gem on the ground. Slug picks up the gem and uses Shadow Dance to walk away. Try to kill EL. Nah, I'm not going to be successful yet. Overmage gets off the kill on Line. Slug bounces out. One last. Spirit lands, not enough to kill. At this point, if I were in World Realm, I don't know, check buyback status here. Only people with buyback are Jakiro and Marana. And I don't want to say they're worthless, but those are the two heroes. Of course, Marana's still alive, so she doesn't need a buyback. But Jakiro, not going to be able to do a whole lot on his own. All he's got is Boots of Travel, his Veil of Discord. He did have Mana Boots at one point. I guess he sold them to get his Boots of Travel. It's a logical thing to do, although he kind of needs them in at this point if he survives long enough to use the spell. Dire is going to go for a death push down. Heal Illusion, very tanky. It takes even Slark with 24 stacks of
Dire's middle tower
which gains
is
him
under
72
attack.
agility. In case anyone was not sure, that is not good. That is a lot of damage. And he's melting these creep waves, bashing. Still hasn't picked up another item. But they're going mid, and they're going to try to push straight through. They can safely take another one of these racks and then make this game even again. They are up by 20. They're looking dire for the Radiant right now. Excuse my pun. Slark farming. Marana going for hate just out of her vision, so Slark will see it, but she won't. Although, they're going to go for Rashawn again. Another one with HG. You don't know what they're going to take. You can't sell BKB, you can't sell True Sight. So, I don't know why they're taking it. Maybe they're hoping that someone else will come in. Ogre Mage, maybe, and yeah, I don't think they want to sell anything at this point. But I guess they could have a career come and pick something up. Doom blinks in, places the ward down. Finally, the Radiant getting some vision of their own. And they're going to try to take it down the middle, at least. Yep, picked up an indicator. That is a lot of damage. So we're going to expect these illusions to hit substantially harder. Yell to hit substantially harder, and Marana places 3 observer wards right next to each other. Questionable decisions. I mean, they really want to see a round rock. I guess at this point, a Rosh fight could decide it all. It's a choke point, and while neither of them have really big
top barracks are under attack.
Jakiro's Necropire will do damage, and Clockwork's Cogs can be destroyed. I mean, they're good, but they're not going to get back to the Black Hole or not going to try to leap in here and steal this. It's not very smart. Yes, she is. Spirit Lance and a bunch of other things. You guys multicast the hero only gets around halfway. So every time multicast the Ogre Mage is silent push the trees. Spirit Lance won't miss the touch. Meanwhile, the chain lightning bouncing around the backside, doing some damage to Dire. Take away that one. She's possibly pushing him farther. Will hit the limit. She's invisible. She uses him. I will just run away because she can see. But
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They did some damage. Jakiro, look at Jakiro. Even without the cheese, healing him, he has 22 health.
Dire's
That is
top
a bad
barracks
day.
are under. Dire's top
They don't do
barracks
that much
has
damage
fallen.
that fast. There goes the
Dire's
last
top
two rounds.
barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have medics.
Now, that's not necessarily game over. Machines can do it later. A long time. But the amount of time that you can push versus the amount of time that you have to defend the base. So experience here, we're tapering off to 0, and I think everyone should be level 25, maybe a few 24s by this point. 0 level. Yeah, everyone's 25, 0 XP difference as of that last fight. Difference in gold earned. Dire is still favored by 5,000, although maybe that'll update a little bit when that last tick goes. This is, again, not to say this, but it's the Radiant's game to lose right now. Mirana just wasted her boots to travel a little early. Okay, she has a buyback, so it's not like she was going anywhere anyway to farm. She's going to try to push into her wave. Yep, that's melted. I think the Dynasties here, they're going to have to make one last death ball YOLO push and try to get it. They can defend for long, but at this point the Radiant are just starving. Mega creeps don't give it much experience. No longer to kill.
Be my own successor.
Pain, but
That
a little
hard
bit excessive,
protest
but at this
be
point,
the flame.
Dire is desperate. And rightfully so. They need to take it. BL still farming, probably wants a buyback. He is fairly well 6-slotted, nothing going to happen to that. Clockwork bought his heart, doesn't have the Vit booster unless it's on the courier, so he does have the Vit booster. Lena picked up the helmet. Questionable choices at this point. That would have been a good first or second item. Maybe not the best item now, but hey, whatever it takes. Mirana still only has 800 illusions, tanking up, burning all of Slark's mana. He's trying to kite him away, but he just can't do it. Between Juxtapose and Manta, there are no illusions. They can't get into mid fast enough. They only have 20 seconds before Doom's back, 50 seconds before it's going to be hard.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Trying to kill his creep wave. He has 36 armor, but he's going to have a hard time with this, especially if anyone comes after him. And then Tinker TP back, trying to save their tier 4 towers. They're fighting a losing battle. Both teams have Rosh warded, not like it matters. It's going to be another few minutes here before he's back. We have some more all chat teasing here. It is what it is. One Ancient here in the stack. Armor Slark would have killed that by now. He will deward. He will pounce back out. Not the best use of his time, but at this point, he's level 25. He has 1,000 gold. He has experience, so what are you going to do? Got to split around here. Doom still farming up. He picked up the gems. 2,500 gold to his name. If you look at the kills, death assists, Radiant finally picking it back up. They're still behind by 23. That seems to be the magic number. But Queen of Pain has 17 kills. Clockwork has 14. They still can't match Tinker's 30 or Slark's 21, but that's just what they do. Tinker bursts people down, and Slark ganks the entire game. Lena, at this point, she should have picked up a blue sticker because they need the control. Although, you know, it gives the damage 5 armor. Again, down, you might this could very well be the last fight. We have Hero dying top, Walker Hero dying top, is pushing the bottom, Clockwork is pushing in mid, and Queen of Pain is doing her own thing. She has bottom Mjolnir in addition to her MKB, and she is pushing in bottom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Not that it matters if it's great because attacking the tower is last tower goes down.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And the last Tinker is knocked out.
Radiant victory.
Wow. Very close game. Looked bad for the Radiant for the entire time, but in the end, the Dire just couldn't push the PL. Guess that's kind of the way it works. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
It's been fun. Good game to cast. Thank you to whoever submitted it. This is Mithos, signing off.